Hey guys, it's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living, and it's about 11:43 in the morning. I've had a busy day, but it's been a good day. It's Friday, so yeah, all those working for the weekend's here. Anyways, I just wanted to pop in to say I'm going to can up all that stinking sauerkraut today, and I could have canned it up a little while ago, you know, a few days ago. I mean, I could still can it up next week if I want to, but I want to do it now. Just because I want to do it now. So I'm just busy cleaning my stovetop and cleaning my table and gonna clean my counter good. Whenever I do any kind of canning, I mean, I clean my kitchen every day, even though it's not the pretty picture perfect kitchen. I like to have it as clean as possible, because if you're storing food long term, it makes me feel better when I have a clean, clear, disinfected surface, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm doing now. But I gotta show you this new pretty I got today. Just a second. I should put you on the tripod here. There. My dishwasher's going down because I'm washing jars. Turn the light on. You see that? Anyways, I had to go into town this morning to pay insurance, and mailed off a couple letters, and mailed off boots I got from Amazon, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, but they fit me in the foot, but my calves are too big that they don't fit. I was trying to get boots that kind of support my ankles and stuff, and they were kind of high boots, and they weren't comfortable. So luckily Amazon sends a label to print off, and I don't have to pay to send it off. But anyways, I got that out of the way. But my regular potato pot is coming undone at the bottom. It's in the dishwasher now, but and it's a Lagostina one. I've had it since I was probably 18. And fantastic set of pots. Fantastic. So, you know, it's 22 years old and it's just starting to come apart now. I still use it, but I needed another big pot. And this is a Heritage pot. I don't know if this is a good brand. I think it is, because in the flyer, this pot was regular $139.99. I got it for $39.99. It's a 10 quart, yeah, where is it? That's French. Yeah, 10 quart stock pot with lid. It's like one of those fancy professional ones. I had a 16 quart one for $49, and that was regular, I don't know, $169, I think. But I have this one. I still might get that one. I don't know. That's a lot of money, though, to spend it out of my, you know, monthly budget. But I'm tempted. But I wanted one bigger than my regular potato pot, but smaller than my big 22 quart stock pot. So yeah, it's so pretty. I just have to show you. But I'm washing some jars there. I'm going to do another load of these jars for the sauerkraut, and then later on this afternoon I'm going to do that. But I'm going to bust out my water bath canners and give them a good wash. And yeah, this is it. Ooh, it's nice and thick. Yes. Ta-da! Isn't she pretty? I'll have to think of a nice name for her. Oh, I just love her. Beautiful. Anyways, I'll finish doing this, and when it's time to, I'm not really going to do a... Oh yeah, here, you pop up here. You got a runny nose. He still has his jams on, but it's Friday. This is what we're doing. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Not a how-to can sauerkraut one, because I think I'm sure I have a video on how to can sauerkraut. So I'll put that in the description box down below, but I'm just going to bring you along, you know, fast pace it here and there, and you'll see the end result kind of thing. Yes, so exciting, moving along. I also stopped, let me see, I bought, I should have did a little haul, but I didn't. I bought, when I stopped at the Superstore, these baguette breads. I can make my own baguette bread, but it takes a while to make. So I bought 3 of these, you know, French baguette breads, and 2 jars of this bruschetta. This is tomato and basil, and the other one's olive and pepper or something. So I'm going to do that up for supper, And also, I still have a bit of that beef stew left from 2 days ago. I want to use it up today. Like, I need to use it up today. So I'll heat that up in a pot, have some bruschetta, and there's a little bit of taco meat left over and nacho chips, so I'm going to have that. So they're going to have a smorgasbord of food for supper, but that's always kind of fun. And it doesn't really require using my stovetop at all, except to heat up that stew. That won't take very long. So my stove top can be used for canning. And while I was in town today, I got a whole bunch of beans. I got a whole bunch of like dry beans because I can those. I think I got 5 bags of red kidney beans and 5 bags of black beans. So we're going to be canning those because I know once I start canning the sauerkraut, I'll want to do the beans in the next couple of days. I want to do that onion stock in the next couple of days, and I want to use up jars. So yes, I got a game plan. Anyways, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I'm just showing you some progress. My husband just brought up, he's just home for a bit. He brought up the 2 buckets of sauerkraut. I'm going to end up canning it in my pressure canner, but I'm not going to pressure can it. I'm just using these because they're bigger pots than my water bath one, and I know I'm going to need a bunch, and it'll just save me time if I can do more jars at once. That's what I'm going to do, you know, kill time. Or, yeah, just so I can get more jars done. So, and I did wash my new pot, because, you know, you're supposed to wash any kind of new stuff that you get. Washed it and dried it. But Lasai, it's not big enough that I can use it today, because I'm making brine. This is my 22-quart stock pot. I need to make brine, so it's just pickling salt and water at certain proportions. I think it's 4.5 teaspoons per 4 cups of water, but this is 16 quarts of water, so I had to add 1.5 cups of pickling salt. And this is the other pressure canner I'm going to use. It's all, I wash these pots. I hate doing that. I hate it. They're just so awkward to wash in a sink because they're too big to fit in my sink, but they're all nice and washed out with soapy water, and they'll be ready to go. That dishwasher's almost done drying. I'm going to do another thing of jars, and that brine, the salt's almost dissolved. Then I'll shut it off and let it cool down because I don't need it piping hot when I do the sauerkraut or whatever, but it'll still be kind of warm, I would assume, because it'll take a long time to cool down. But anyways, we're getting it together. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'll be done babysitting those buckets. Not that it's hard to do. You just need to check it every other day and skim off any film, or if any kind of mold starts to form on top. I mean, it happens. You're fermenting things. You just need to do that so it doesn't filter all down through the rest of the product that you're doing. But yes, I'll be done, and I'll do it again probably, like I say, later on this year, maybe November or December. That's when I started. Yeah, I'll have to check the date when I first did this. I think it was back in December that I did this, or the end of November, so it's been fermenting for a long time. It smells like sauerkraut, tastes like sauerkraut, so it's all good, and yeah, we'll get it all jarred. Alright, this is all done, so I'm going to let it cool down a minute because it's super hot. But I got to show you guys something. Another thing I picked up from town when I went today, and I left them in the van. Not that I would get a big headache about it, but I still have umpteen jars down in my basement. But when there's a deal, I'm just putting my husband's big boots on, guys. When there's a deal to be had, I got to take advantage. And I'm going to take those out. Oh. Instead of lugging ones up from my basement, I got a whole bunch of jars from a yard sale, and she just met me in town. I spent $30, and let me think. I think there's 48 jars. No, I'm just trying to think. There can't be 48 jars in each one. I'll count how many jars are in here. Well, let me just see. There's 12. There's 48 jars for $30. Not too bad. Better than store prices. And I'm going to throw those right in the washer and use them up right away. So, that's my deal of the day. Now, water bath canning, I know this isn't a tutorial, but you got to have your jars sterilized. because it gets super hot in a water bath canner, but not as hot as a pressure canner. So I put it on the Sani rinse option. If not, do it at your highest setting, and then you can bake them in the oven at, I think it's 215 for about 15 minutes. It'll sanitize them. But yeah, I'll do this. I don't know if I'll use all these jars today, but I plan on doing those beans in the next, maybe, I want to do them tomorrow, but I can't say I'll do them tomorrow for sure, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. But I'll save them for then. Well, that dishwasher's still going, but I'm going to do these big jars. Here's one of the buckets. I'm frustrated I can't find my little magnetic picker-upper to pick up those lids, but I'll just let it cool a little bit and I'll use my hands. I have like 3 or 4 of them, but the stinking kids, I love them, but if I happen to leave them around or stuck on the fridge, they always pick them up and go play with them, right? Because they're little magnet sticks, so. Oh. Anyways, I'm going to show you quickly how I do a couple of these jars, so it's not that hard to do it all. Alright guys, I'm just getting my hands, my hands are all washed. I'm going to use gloves because I'm going to use my fingers too. I didn't do that in my tutorial one, but I don't know, we'll see. It's just so hard to get this sauerkraut out sometimes. To use a spoon doesn't really work. These jars are still kind of warm, but they're not super hot. But yeah, I was just going to do this. I don't have my screen lifted. I should double check that, because pretty much what you do is you put your cabbage in your jars, clean sterilized jars. Oh yeah, you can see that. And you gotta squish it down as much as you can. Now, you know, depending on what you're canning, sometimes, you know, you don't always do that, but with this, you do. You gotta poke it and prod it. If there's any little wonky pieces, that I just take them out, but I've been very diligent about minding this sauerkraut, so I'm feeling good about it. And I tasted it. Tastes like sauerkraut. So yeah, you push it, push, 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 right down to the bottom lip of that jar. It takes more than you think. And there's a lot of juice in here. But I made this big pot of brine, which I probably won't use it all, but I hate when I need brine and I run out, don't make enough, so I've learned. Make more than you think you'll need. I'm not trying to be wasteful. It's salt and water, but if anything, I can can that water up as in a canner, and it'll be ready for whenever I do this again. See, now there's a lot of liquid in here. I don't know if I'll need much brine in this one. I'll just put a little teeny tiny bit. My kids are all used to me canning stuff. Oh, are you okay, bub? Oh, were you ice skating?
No.
No.
I didn't want light.
Oh, darling.
You
Yeah. You should always use something plastic or metal when you're poking it in here to let out any air bubbles. And with something you're trying to jam pack, it takes a little longer than if you're just doing peas or beans or something like that. There's a lot of nooks and crannies that can be in here with shredded cabbage. So make sure you take your time and get as many of those air bubbles out as you can. Right, Maze?
What?
Do you like sauerkraut?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sometimes you do.
Tom, I do it.
Just put that over here. So now, this is just a bowl of white vinegar. I just wipe the rim. Just wipe the rim. You can use hot water if you want to. And yeah, usually I would use, oh, that's hot, 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 hot. Oh, I need to get my rope of rings. Well, let's see here. Ooh, what a racket. No, no, no.
It's hot. It's hot.
Okay, Bob, I need to move you over a little bit. Yeah. Pick up those lifters. Go pick up the lifters that fell, hon. I don't know if you can see. I know this isn't a close-up, but do it as tight as you can with just your fingers. You don't use all your He-Man or She-Ra strength. And then you go put it over in the canner. Maze doesn't throw my stuff all over the place. That's what I'm saying. They like my lifter. They like these things. I could pick this up with my hands. It's not super hot now, but there it is. And I just put it over in this canner. And I gotta fill up the canner. So I'll bring you back when this is all, well actually I think I'll fast pace it here, so let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's walk into the door.
Is it bedtime yet? No, I got that first, well, I'll bring you over and show you. Watch out, Bub. I got that first canner. It's just coming up to boil now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big quarts and then two pints. So that's good. Those little bubbles coming up are just air bubbles, you know, like coming out of the jars, even though I did my best. But yeah, so I'm just bringing this up to a boil. I'm going to put the cover on it. I'm just not going to have my washer, like the rubber ring in my lid, because it's not going to be sealed tight. I still want this to be able to, you know, just be like a regular pot. And once it comes up to boil, put the timer on 20 minutes, and that's it. Easy peasy. I meant gasket, not washer. Alright, there's the first little batch. That's just the small batch. I'm going to have a heck of a lot more jars after this, but at least I got those big jars out of the way. And I do have more big jars down in the basement, but I think I'm going to do them all in this size. Just because that could be for 1 or 2 people. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I would use big jars like this, or maybe 4 jars of these if I was making cabbage rolls, which isn't a big deal. I have more of these little jars than big jars. So I just want to start using them up, and that's what I have all clean and ready to rock. So, but before I do that, I need to start prepping for supper because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, I put the leftover stew in there. There's probably 4 big bowls left in there. The problem, I've come to the realization I do have a problem because I cook big meals a lot of days in a row, so that we always have leftovers. Luckily my family doesn't mind eating leftovers. But I made the beef stew, and I made the taco salad yesterday. Oh, one of the jars just pinged. I made something in between. Oh, the chicken and potatoes and veggies. I still have, when I pack up leftovers, something like that. Look at that. That's left over from not yesterday, the day before. I can pop that in the microwave for 3 minutes and it's done. It's not that my kids or my family don't, I'm just bending down trying to put this stuff away. Of course, stuff falls out. Don't like my food, but there's just, they can't keep on top of it, so yeah, that's why we're having a smorgasbord day. We have a leftover day or 2 during the week because it doesn't sound like it goes together, but nachos with taco meat and cheese, beef stew, and well, I'm not going to heat up that chicken dinner. That can be for somebody that wants a chicken dinner. Either today or tomorrow. Somebody will eat that, no problem. But that's why I didn't make anything new today. So it's a good canning day. Because I don't really need to you know, fish out things from my cupboard or my freezer or my fridge new to prep. So the energy I'd usually use to make supper and feed my family, I'm doing my canning. So that's just the way my mind works. It's not always planned that way, it's just the way it goes. Does anybody else like that? I always make too much, but if you try to make just enough, it's the day that people want more or more and more, and then you don't have enough. So I edge on the, you know, go on the side of, yeah, better more than not enough kind of thing if I can, because it will get eaten. But yeah, just a patch quilt kind of day. Right, there's the second pan of the baguette and bruschetta and cheese, and there's the first one. I just took the stew out of the oven. There's still about 20 minutes for it to heat up, but I think it's pretty hot now. And I'm just going to turn this. I'll put it on medium and just stir it every once in a while. So I'm going to pop these in, and I could crank up the heat. I'm going to leave it at 350, just because it's not quite supper time yet. And I mean, if I did it at 425, 450, it would toast faster, but I don't mind it taking a little while longer. And then I'm going to do the nacho chips and taco meat and the leftover cheese. I didn't even have to grate extra cheese today, because if you guys watched my video from yesterday, I did two bricks of cheese, or 2 packages of cheese. So I'm just using up what I have, and that's, you know, that's the plan of the day, to use up what I have. And what I said earlier is I didn't have to buy stuff. I forgot. Yeah, I did buy stuff. I bought those baguettes 50% off. And the bruschetta, they were on sale for $3.69 a jar. I bought 2 jars. But to buy the fresh bruschettas, which we usually do, they were on sale for like $3.79. But they were little tiny packages, like half of one of those jars. And I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'll just buy the canned stuff. And that's what I did. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. I think it's gonna be good. I think the stew, there's not enough for like great big bowls for everybody. I'm gonna use mugs. They can have a mug of stew with a plate of bruschetta and nachos and taco meat. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Oh yes, yes, the flavor, as Lady T says. So I did a layer of the chips, some taco meat, some cheese, some more taco meat, and then I still have some leftover salsa and sour cream in the fridge, so I'll put those on the side if they want to add it to it. There's no more hot peppers. Oh, there was a little bit of corn left that's mixed in there too with the meat. So yeah, it's sounding better and better to me. That's gonna be tasty. I think I could eat that whole pan. I'm hungry right now, guys, because I haven't really eaten anything today, so my mouth is starting to water. And that stew, let me see, let me get a mitt. Ooh yeah, that puppy's hot. That puppy's hot. See, it looks like there's a whole bunch, but a lot of it's the liquid. I know my son will like this. I don't want it to scorch on the bottom or anything like that, but I'm just going to turn it down to low now that it's heated up. But there's still quite a bit of beef in there, you know. It's going to be a nice mug of that and some appetizers to go all along with it. So there, 350. I put it in for 20 minutes, and I'll check it after that. And then once that's done, I'm gonna put the nacho chips in and clean up the kitchen after supper, and then finish with my sauerkraut. Checking stuff off my list, guys. All right, these ones are all done. You can see they're nice and toasty. And I just put those nachos in for about 10 minutes. I just left the temperature the same, just to pretty much warm up the meat and the cheese. They're nicely toasted. They're not burnt. They're not soggy. They're perfect. So yeah, we'll plate it up. All right, I'm about to get out supper. I just want to show you the state of my kitchen. It's pretty bad. So this is my canning stuff. The dishwasher's all done. Here's the bruschetta. Maize, don't touch. There's the beautiful nachos and the sour cream and salsa. Yep. The heated up stew, it's piping hot. And I know it's not good lighting over here, and I know it's cluttered, and I just got the bruschetta out. That will be Maze's, Misha's, and Maziah's. Mally has gone with her neighbor, Saritha. She called me just before she got home from school. I guess they made arrangements the other day when she was over there. Saritha had to go in and do some errands, and Mally often goes in with her when she has errands to do, because she can ask Mally to run and get this or go and get that at the grocery store, you know what I mean? It just makes it easier for her, and they're going to go out for supper, so yeah, I don't have to worry about Mally's plate. Anyways, I'll plate it all up and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, this is the only clear spot I can do this, because I've got everything else covered with things. This is going to be Maziah's plate. There's nachos with the corn and taco meat, salsa and sour cream, and then there's the bruschetta, a combination of the two bruschettas. And a lovely helping of beef stew. So, yeah, not too shabby. You don't have to have sour cream, Maze, you old fussy pants. Anyways, I'm going to feed the kids, and then I'm going to get myself some grub, because I am hungry. Alright, this is my plate. Oh, I should have wiped up the cup. Anyways, that's the nacho stuff, the sour cream and salsa, the bruschetta, and the beef stew. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this sucker. Baby run! Alright, I'm back home. I got supper packed away. My husband's not home yet, but I have a plate, or I can dig up a plate when he gets here. Oh, I gotta finish this sauerkraut. I don't feel like it now. I'm kind of lazy after I ate all that food, but I think I might have a coffee. It's Friday. I don't have to get the kids up early and pack lunches tomorrow or anything, so I think I'm gonna have a coffee, even though it is 5:30. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm tired, guys. I still haven't had that after supper coffee, but I'm juggling baby bums and bottles, sauerkraut and kids and crank and all that jazz, but it'll be so nice to wake up in the morning and see these jars sitting on my tabletop. Absolutely. Mally just got back. They went to Tim Hortons for supper. So, not too shabby on her account. You had supper with Saritha. There's stuff in the oven if you're hungry still. There's bruschetta. There's nachos and cheese. And then there's beef stew on the wood stove.
Best mom ever.
Best mom ever, is it? Lord. Put that over on the counter with the other jars for me, hun.
Okay. Why is there this from there?
What is it? Oh, that was Misha's plate. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to end up using all of these jars. It's taken forever to get through this bucket of sauerkraut, you guys. Say hi, Mally. Come over here and say hi so they can see you. Tell them what you and Saritha, you were going
Hi.
gallivanting. What were you doing?
Well, first I went to Sobeys. And we got a lot of things.
Tell them, not me.
And we also went to the, what's the recycling place?
Oh, just the recycling center.
The recycling center to drop off a ton of cans and bottles and stuff. And then we went to Tim Hortons where I got a crispy chicken sandwich thing with
No.
a Sprite.
And it was good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real good. And then Mom wasn't home, so I had to go, or I went back over to help Sarita.
Well, yeah, I wasn't home, but Marquise was here, so don't make it sound like I leave you guys here by yourself, because you know I don't.
But I used to get the stuff out.
It shouldn't be too hot. You should be able to just get it out.
Okay.
I think that needs a little bit of, a little more.
Yeah. How many can I take?
Everybody's eating except Dad, so
Yeah.
have at her. It's so close to 7 o'clock. It's like 5 to 7. I still didn't have that coffee, so I don't think I'm going to end up having one. I'm too tired, but I'm almost done. That second batch, will you just see me take those ones out. The other pressure canner didn't start boiling until about 10 minutes after, so there's still 3 minutes left on that. Then I'll empty that one. And I just dumped out that other pressure canner, the one that I just emptied, because I did 2 cycles of the jars and it was just really murky and stinky, just like the cabbage and stuff like that. I'll do it fresh, especially I'm not going to put cool jars in hot liquid, so I'll start it all. I'll get some fresh water in there, and all of these jars need to go in the canner. So yeah, and what I think I'm gonna do is can up this brine. I've never canned brine, but I think you can. I think you're able to, because there's a lot. I didn't use nearly as much as I thought. The first time I canned sauerkraut, I had to use a whole bunch. This time I didn't, but it's straight up brine, and I'm just going to can it. And so when I make sauerkraut again, that's a lot. Oh, did you hear that ping? Anyways, I'll bring you back in a little while. Well, this canning kitchen is closed. I am tired. But I'm all done. I even washed my pots over there. I'm going to leave them just like that. I haven't cleaned my stovetop yet, but it's still super hot, so I'm just going to let it cool down, and I'll do it after I edit this video. But yeah, I didn't count them, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 things of brine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 6, 12, 24, 25, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 36 pints and 6 quarts. So that's fantastic. Now I'm going to divide all the sauerkraut into 2, because half is for my Uncle Matthew, and the other half I'm going to put it down in the basement. But that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So, anyways, it's 8:44. It doesn't usually take me this long to get things canned. It really doesn't. It's just that kind of day. And yeah, I had to rest a lot today. I know I didn't show that, but my legs and knees and feet are really bothering me today. But my kids are all fed. My kraut is all canned. The kids are about to go to bed. The babies are to bed now, but I'm going to sit back and relax. I don't dare do anything else. I'm just going to relax, and then I'm going to have a good night's sleep, I think. But I'm going to love waking up tomorrow to see this in my kitchen, because it's always such a wonderful feeling. You canners out there know what I'm talking about. Yeah, anyways, peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if you don't, that's okay too. No biggie. Yeah, I hope you stop back tomorrow, and we'll see if I can get canning. I hope I can get canning tomorrow. I really do. But it's the weekend and all the kids are home, and it's a busy kitchen even on a slow day. But I did use up all my leftovers, which is fantastic, so I could start anew with some big meals this weekend. We'll see. So anyways, guys, sweet dreams, and come back. I'll put the kettle on tomorrow. All right. Bye.